It's not ideas entrepreneurs are lacking, it's getting the money to grow their business is often the biggest challenge. That's where Keiretsu Forum comes in. It's a network of angel investors with chapters around the globe. They provide early stage funding to startups. Randy Williams is founder and CEO of Keiretsu Forum. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's start with where the idea came from. What is it that you're doing, and why did you start it?
Well, I started because of my lack of discipline and expertise as an investor. My wife and I were fortunate to retire in the 95, 96 time frame, and I was very interested because I live in San Francisco, interested in pre-IPO opportunities, early stage startups, and quickly several banks, we'll keep them nameless, started losing our money. And so I said, let's create a community with no vested interest. So I started with 20 friends, and it's gone organically, and now we're fortunately in 3 continents.
And some $400 million invested, so a significant number over that period of time. I think what's really cool about this is that you're moving it around the world, literally, and you're exposing investors who might normally not see companies or startups in ways that facilitate trade and commerce and exchange. Just unpack that a bit for us.
Well, we're fortunate to have 365 members in Silicon Valley, Northern California area. We think the world is flat. We think there's great opportunities in Beijing, where we are. We think there's great opportunities in Toronto. So we want to see things all over. We don't want to be precocious thinking the greatest ideas come from the Valley. It doesn't. So we're here because now we've finished the trifecta. We're in Northern California, Northwest. We just opened Vancouver, and we have a strong Mid-Atlantic and New York team. Now Toronto is the seminal moment today. We're launching, so we can hopefully see great deal flow, and that can be shared with our network because we're here, again, back to the world's flat. Let's see great opportunities.
So let's just explain how you become a member so that you can see the network, and how you become a business that can access the capital that's available here. How do those two sides fit together?
Well, we're real unique about membership. It's an invitation-only community, and we're careful about membership, but we like them to check us out. We have a 2-meeting rule. They can come twice. Yeah. We separate the solicitors, the looky-loos, but when they are interested in membership, there's a short waiting list, and then we vet them. We don't have any solicitation. They can't come and ask for things. We're here to obviously support the entrepreneurial community, make hard investments, and be very cognizant of the way we do it. We'll talk about the process a little bit later. But we are trying to create, and have created the last 13 years, safe harbor aspect for angel investing.
Well, talk to us a bit about the process, because I think a lot of people are wondering there. I mean, is this millions of dollars that people are investing? Or, you know, in some cases, are these smaller businesses that are just getting through that VC door for the very first time with amounts that maybe wouldn't cause my head to explode?
Well, one of our differentiators, we look at everything. We invest in the studio, LED lighting, women clothes, Clarisonic, which was the 13X for us, came out of the Northwest last year. Sonic Care for women, which I missed. And I've made 37 investments at Keiretsu, but I don't get them all. My wife wasn't at the meeting. But typically investments between $500 to $2 million. But because of our network now, our companies can travel. For instance, one of our, a wonderful company called Safari just raised capital for 16 of our chapters, a little over $6 million. So we love the ecosystem capital, we love the VCs at the table, but we don't necessarily need them now because we have now a network of over 1,000 members worldwide.
How are you finding the companies? How do they become part of one of the companies that you'll share with your members?
The secret sauce is not me or our great team. We have 56 employees for our footprint. We have great local leadership here. It's the membership. When we have a robust community, our members get solicited. This is a safe harbor where they bring the opportunities to Keiretsu Forum. Yeah. We have committees. We have 10 different committees from telco, real estate, software, and they're vetted. Only about maybe 2 or 3% actually make it to the forum. Last year in Northern California, we had 30 fundings. Northwest beat us because they have Vancouver chapter with 37 funding. But we receive about 50 companies a month, and about 4 make it, and usually 1 or 2 will receive funding. But I underscore, and when we are on our launch tomorrow, I underscore resources are more powerful than capital. We want to give resources. We want to give introductions as Google or Facebook or TELUS or whomever, because we have deep relationships, because a typical member that joins is curious, engaging, but she or he has been able to monetize, and now they want to give back.
Where does this go? I mean, some people would say, you know, you're starting to sound almost like crowdfunding here. You know, you take this much bigger, yeah, it's an influential, it's an affluent crowd, but basically, How do you differentiate yourself from some of the other models that are already out there?
Well, I love crowdfunding for on the charitable side, but I do not like crowdfunding for many reasons, because we are careful, because we are all high net worth individuals, and the whole spirit going back to Safe Harbor, we want to create a platform. In fact, in Northern California, our more mature chapters, we ask the members not to invest up to a year. We have an education component. Be careful. This is very risky, but conversely, there's a lot of opportunities. We have a book written about us, and if you invest the whole portfolio between 2000 and 2007, you'd have a 28% IRR. But we have failures, and a lot of people always talk about their wins, but I like to talk about some of the things that we've lost money into.
How do you get your money out? What's the kind of liquidity event inside Keiretsu?
Well, again, one of our differentiators, we look at everything from real estate to, we fashion industry, the nexus between technology and fashion, we invest in that. But generally, it's between a 3 and 5 year horizon, and our exit's usually 5. In real estate, it can be 1 or 2 years.
All right, Randy, great to have you here for this.
Thank you.
Randy Williams, founder and CEO, Keiretsu Forum.